and welcome back to the Tabletop Tavern Campaign 2 Eylas U. My name is Jenny. I will be your dungeon master now and forever, so get used to it. I will allow my beautiful, wonderful, talented players to introduce themselves, starting with the fabulous, the fantastic, the dressed in tie-dye as well, just like me. Who did it best? Who wore it better? Stacy.
Hi, my name is Stacy. I use she, her pronouns, and today I will be playing Rosalie Motley.
Hey, I'm Pippin, and I play Vesper Thornquill. My pronouns are they, them.
Hello, I'm Cam. My pronouns are they, them. And I will be playing Essie Hepburn.
Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Fleur Farrow.
Howdy, I'm Doe. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Ian Farrow.
I'm so sorry. Cam caught me so goddamn
Absolutely
off
sent me.
Just didn't see you there.
There. Hello.
I wanted a subtle incanto.
Yeah, we're using our notebooks as we should.
I can grab mine and use it as Vesper's spell book if you'd like.
Oh, that's so smart.
I use this for notes for my home campaign, so this has nothing to do with TTT. But
Quick, someone pause it. Look at her notes.
Zooming in hands. Zooming in hands.
you guys are like,
I'm in.
why does it say more cookies in all caps?
Write that down. Write that down.
I will have you
owl
know
bear.
that's a baby owl bear.
Owl bear. Hoot, growl, hoot, growl.
Canonically, the enemies of
Yeah,
the
they're
are the owl bears.
Yes.
They're not. No one's asked
But
about what
imagine-
your rival school is yet, but you'll
No.
Gonna find out.
I'm excited to learn.
Last episode on the Tabletop Tavern, our heroes, such as they are, found themselves in a little bit of legal trouble. They all wound up down at the station in Eylas City, where Fleur Farrow made some questionable legal decisions as the rest of the party hung out and enjoyed some bacon.
She didn't have a choice.
The rest of the party then was informed that they could not return to their dorms as the entire dorm floor was shut down for the pending investigation of the mysterious disappearance of Camila Melelia. We pick up where we last left off in the lobby of this police station. You have all collected your various belongings, your weapons, your phones, and are sort of huddled together as Dean Madrigal Tumbletwig provides you with some last-minute advice and materials for your adventure.
Is the agent still there?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you were going to say something, but I'll talk about that after.
You done?
Yes. Sorry.
Very well, students. I trust you will all do quite well on your adventure, and I'm very proud that all of you are becoming true adventuring members of our student body. As Dean, I am permitted to allocate a small portion of our endowment in service of your quest. This is to be used exclusively for lodging as necessary, and any sort of spell components you might need while on your voyage. She sort of reaches into a satchel over her shoulder and pulls out a bag of coins, which she then hands to Vesper. She looks at you, Essie, holding out your hands, and very pointedly hands the bag to Vesper.
I
Essie looks shocked and offended.
I give a sort of a little sorry shrug in their direction, but I take it and I put it in the other side pocket of my backpack, apart from my personal wallet.
Very well.
See how much, Vess?
I assumed it would be adequate, but sure.
I mean, we have to do a ledger, right, Dean?
I do expect that you return with receipts for all of your expenditures,
Not
or
write-offs.
proof of spells cast if they consume any amount of gold. The total that I have given you is 200 gold pieces.
Thank you,
Okay, pop
Dean.
off.
We could get like a nice fair D&D with that.
Did you just say air D&D? Okay, you get inspiration. You are inspired.
That's very good.
Holy shit, Cam!
Fleur,
My mind.
peak. Fleur looks at Essie and goes, I don't know if where we're going has air D&D.
We do have as a university, a program through the Air, Alchemy, and Automobile Association of Kralin, for discounts at local motels near the Sea of Trees, as we often have to send many students there for quests.
What about campsites? Can we stay at campsites?
We're not staying at a campsite unless we have to, Ian. Don't
They're
subject them to
cheaper.
this.
They're cheaper.
We're not
Or
wanting
fun.
for
They
cash.
need electricity.
I would not recommend staying at a campsite while the rangers are dealing with this sort of threat.
Thank you. Dean
We will
Templeton.
stay where it is most appropriate and feasibly affordable.
Perfect, thank you. And yes, nothing superfluous. This is, after
course
all,
not.
the money of donors, and I don't want to present them with any kind of discrepancies.
Of
That's
course not.
fair.
There won't be mismanagement if that's the worry.
We will let Vesper take care of it. If that
I
makes you feel
trust-
better.
Yes, I trust Vesper implicitly.
Thought so.
Excuse me, madam. What would we do if we have extra gold?
You will return it to the school.
Understood.
What did you think you'd be doing with extra gold?
Can the gold
Hmm.
cover food? Or no?
If food is part of your lodging, yes.
What about dog food?
Your dog is registered as your animal companion, yes?
Yes.
Therefore, it is a party member and is entitled to all of the services associated with lodging.
Understood. Thank you.
Is there any further questions?
Yes. Do we get to go change? I believe we're still all in pajamas.
Miss
from-
Motley, all of your adventuring materials have been confiscated as part of the pending investigation. However, I did make arrangements to have suitable alternatives delivered. They are in your dear friend Fleur's automobile as we speak. And by the way, Miss Farrow, I would suggest
Yes.
investing in Arcana locks next time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you probably could have just like found my car keys. Oh no, they're in my purse. Yeah, I'll look into that.
Yes, Miss Farrow.
Thank you for seeing that we have what we need, Dean.
Are they cute?
Oh, what cute.
The like clothes and stuff you got us? Are they cute?
They are functional.
I know. I
Essie's
feel
gonna look at Fleur and like
Fleur's
be like-
already looking at Essie like, it's okay. No one on campus is gonna see us. It's okay.
Don't you have a
Vesper's
travel
tiny
bedazzler?
body, like just
Oh, I've got a
tenses with every
bedazzler in my
comment.
bag of holding, which I have at the station.
Very
Don't
well.
worry.
Very well. It seems you've all dealt with these pressing issues that require the attention of the dean of your university. I will take my leave, stay out of trouble, and under no circumstances violate any of the terms of anything discussed with any agents, Miss Farrow.
Understood. Speaking of which, and Fleur kind of turns away and heads towards the agent really quickly.
Agent Lothus is currently in conversation with Rosalie's mother. Well, anything that she signed, I know she's not technically a minor, but it shouldn't be binding because she didn't have any sort of legal representation. She did not ask to read it. She did not ask for representation. Rights are presumed to be waived unless asserted.
Really good question. Good point there. Can I get a copy of what I signed, please? I think that's probably well within my rights, right? And then Fleur looks at Rosalie's mom.
Rosalie's mom kind of smiles at you a little bit sadly as Agent Lothus goes, there was a clause in your agreement, which I hope you read, pertaining to any copies that can be made.
Okay.
And
Can
that
I
clause
take
dictated...
a few minutes to read it then?
You are more than welcome to come by the federal building in the future and consult the terms and conditions then.
So I can't just take 2 minutes to read it right now? It kind of feels like you almost didn't want me to.
Oh no, Miss Farrow, I assure you, every legal representative absolutely desires that the people who they are contracting against or with read every clause.
Yeah, I bet.
It's a notably honest profession.
Fleur just kind of squints at her. So what you're saying is I can't just go back into the room I was in 3 minutes ago and read the document?
Miss Farrow, the document has been filed with the appropriate agency.
You haven't left.
If you will remember after you signed it, I did a little bit of this, and she does a sort of mocking little cantrip in the air and some little sparkles appear. I know not all of us are particularly gifted with arcana, but surely you can recognize it when you see it.
So if you could do that, could you not do that again to get it back?
I'm sorry, do you think that we can just make government documents appear whenever anyone wants to read them? You think that's...
I mean, if you can make them disappear.
That's how we assure national security, is to just pull files for every 18-year-old girl with a battle axe and a bad attitude?
I don't think I have a bad attitude. I think I have an attitude. But if you can make it disappear like this, why wouldn't you be able to make it reappear like this?
You haven't taken any sort of law class, have you?
Why would I?
Well,
because listen,
clearly,
I'm
Miss
in
Farrow,
my first year.
Miss Farrow, clearly it is important to know your rights. And it is not the fault of the government if you do not. You see, Rosalie's mom is about to fucking snap. She is completely stiff. Her arms are balled. Her hands are balled into little fists at her side, and she grabs your wrist, leans over to you, and whispers very quietly, "Dear, why don't you give me a phone call later and I will help you figure this out? But for now, I think it is in both of our best interest if we exit this scenario as quickly as possible."
Fleur game sees game when it comes to anger. And Fleur herself is getting a little pissed off because she's like, this lady's being mean and she's talking down to me, and that's rude. And so Fleur looks at Agent Lotha and goes, I just want you to be aware that I am taking note. And she's trying to sound professional, but as much as an 18-year-old can, of your lack of willingness to assist someone, as well as your lack of cordiality. And if I can figure out who perhaps your manager is, I'll endeavor to speak to them. And then turns and leaves. And she's like, she heard her mom say something like that one time. She's trying to just say it back, and she does not wait for her to react, and she just leaves.
There is a future Karen, it's confirmed.
Dr. Motley
clueless vibes.
has a vice grip on your arm as you walk away, and she sort of steers you over to your friends, and as she does so, she pulls you for just a second and goes, "Just for the record, dear, None of that feedback bullshit works. You file an official complaint, and what do? They file it away. They tell you they'll make note of it. None of that works. Do you understand? The system is built to oppress the very people who make it function. And so our only option here is to tear it down from the inside out. I have friends who are radical attorneys who are pushing the limits of the law as fast as they can. And let me tell you, the progress there is incremental. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a phone number. You are going to call it. You are going to tell them everything that happened within the bounds that you are allowed to tell them. And they are going to help you. You might have to go to an office, whatever. And while you do that, I am going to go out and I'm going to buy the strongest proof of dwarven liquor I can find. And I am going to throw a Molotov cocktail through the window of this building. We're going to tell no one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
And
Rosalie?
Fleur smiles at her and is like, okay.
Rosalie, sweetie,
Yes, mommy.
are you okay?
Okay, mommy. Like, this is all very normal for us.
Your mom sort of pats your head and goes, and you're going to teach your friend about the benefits of the subtlety and discretion when it comes to your mother's behaviors.
Dr. Motley,
Yes, dear.
you're fucking radical.
I've never been radical in my life, dear. I am a mild-mannered physician.
No, like radical in like radical. Like the cool way. I don't know if Rosalie's ever told you that. You are cool.
I think my daughter's a little embarrassed of me. Huh, Rosie? What do you think?
Rosalie's just blushing because having to hear the word cool and just like her vicinity of anything, it's like, yeah, and I'm not embarrassed of you, mommy. I just want to, I'm just making friends.
Of course, sweetie, I don't want to intrude. Good luck on your quest. Don't worry about anything, okay? We're gonna take care of everything here. You guys just go off. Have fun. My first quest. Well, you know, Rosie. My first quest was the first time I ever sort of connected with your father.
Do I know this story?
You do know this story. You
Does
know
Essie
that.
hear this?
Yeah, I think so. She's not being subtle. She's sort of just like doing that mom thing where they're just like talking a lot to compensate for something, and is like.
Essie is staring at Ian.
Ian is not paying any attention to anything that's going on right now.
Your father, he just, well, you know the story about the injury, and then I healed them, and they just looked at me, and I could see this light in his eyes that was just, well, okay, darling, if you need anything, you call me, and Essie, dear, make sure she drinks water. Without water, roses can't bloom. So, all right, all of you take care of each other.
Thank you for breakfast, Dr. Motley. I like
Much
turn to
appreciated.
Joy and turn away from the dean after, like, maybe reassuring her that like somehow we'll have a handle on them.
Of course.
You're reassuring the dean?
None of my Rosie's friends ever go hungry, okay? And that's a promise. If you ever need anything, you give me a call. She has my phone number. Rosalie, take good care of your friends. Remember to say your prayers.
Rosalie's gonna cut her off with a hug and with a little bit of some tears in her eyes. Okay, mommy, I'll message you as soon as we get back.
She just like melts against you and gives you a big hug and goes, okay, honey. And turns around and walks out the door of the precinct, leaving the rest of you standing in the lobby. What do you do now? Do you head to Fleur's car?
Fleur goes, let's do it. I want to go. I would like to not. I want to go.
I feel like I need to go get Aspen from Giannis because I don't think he wants to be here anymore. Giannis, that is. Aspen probably doesn't care.
I bet Aspen just wants to be with you again.
Well, probably. So we're going? And he just
Yeah, let's go.
points to the door.
I think if there's a once we get to the door, if there's some sort of like reception or something that might have, like a little map with like there are rest stops down this highway, I'll take one of them.
As you go to leave, the man behind the reception desk, sort of a friendly looking halfling, civilian worker, goes, "Oh, do you need anything before you go? You got water, you got everything you own, you need directions around the city. Are you from here? Are you not from here?"
I am not. Some of my party members are, but we're sure. Give me and I call over to Fleur to be like, she's going to be the one driving.
Oh, so you need a map? Where are you going?
Where are we going?
You are going to the Sea of Trees.
Sea of
Oh
Trees.
yeah, we're going to the Sea of Trees. But someone can also use MapQuest, right?
Oh, well, we're not going to let you use our printer. It's really only for government work.
Okay, we'll take a map then to the Sea of Trees.
Yeah, okay. And he sort of like pulls out a big, like, the kind of map you pick up at gas stations.
That's the kind of one I envisioned.
And that like unfolds of the whole continent, and he takes out a pen and sort of like tests it a couple times, takes out a different pen, tests it, takes out a third pen, tests it, it doesn't work, and he like licks the tip and like manages to like draw a route and goes, okay, so what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go through here, you're gonna want to take the highway just about as far as it'll get you, and then well, to get to the actual Sea of Trees, are you going to the national park, you going to the ranger station, you going to the town near there, what are you
Ranger
looking
Station,
for?
I think, probably.
Oh, okay.
Or the town.
Well, so
discuss.
if you're looking to spend the night somewhere, I would recommend Fayen. It's just outside of the border there. It's a lot of rangers and their families out there, a couple of weirdos, but who's to say? Some people are into that sort of thing, and you can probably stay there, and then it's just a short drive to the park,
Score. Thank you.
Thank you
Fleur,
so much.
Fleur, are you leading? I didn't catch any of that.
Yeah. I'll lead you. Obviously, that's what we always do.
So you walk out the front of the precinct and sort of take a hard right into the parking lot. In the parking lot is a bright, powder blue Volkswagen Buggle. Leaning against it is a satyr man in a torn up t-shirt, and a dog that appears to be off leash, a Saint Bernard that's fast asleep on his feet. As you emerge, the satyr sort of blinks at you all slowly, stands up, and walks towards you all, walking past a sort of vintage motorcycle, attached to which is a large sidecar. Aspen bounds towards you, Ian, and Giannis goes, hey, Ian, how you doing, man?
Ian's gonna like kneel down and like ruffle the fur around Aspen's neck. And he's gonna be like, Giannis, thank you so much for watching him. I could not stand the thought of them touching him at all, looking at him, thinking about him.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. Cops cannot be trusted, man. Just a whole bunch of narcs. They want to criminalize everything, dude. And so I should probably let you know, while I was out here with Aspen, some like short blonde lady came up and like gave him like a bowl of dog food, and I just sort of let her because it seemed like Aspen knew her.
It's probably my mom.
Yeah, she said to give you a kiss on the forehead, but I really don't know you that well, and also I'm your professor, and I feel like that violates like sort of a dynamic that we're supposed to have.
I think telling me is perfect.
Okay.
I feel like that was
Kiss-
like generally
kiss
her intention.
Received.
Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Giannis. If you speak wind, my name is... But again, don't try to pronounce it if you don't speak wind, because the accents are atrocious. I am, of course, the Druidic Arts professor at Eylas University of... Eylas, very nice to meet all of you. If you ever have any interest in any ranger courses, druid courses, the conservation and sustainable use of magic resources, I'm your man, okay? Very
Your man.
nice to see so many faces here, and I'm gonna go because I mean, like, you know, you could search me for a reason, but like don't cuz I'm carrying. You know what I mean?
Ian chuckles and like pats his shoulder briefly and just is like, thank you again, Giannis. Nothing else needs to be done. I appreciate you.
Of course.
tremendously.
Yeah, and if you ever need anything, you give me or my sister a ring, okay?
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is
Nice
my
to
number.
meet you.
Oh, yeah, nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you. What's your name, little dude?
Vesper.
Nice to meet
That's
you.
my roommate, by the way.
Mhm.
Oh, word. Yeah, okay. All right. What's the rest of your names then, since I'm asking?
I'm Fleur. I'm Ian's twin.
Oh, are you Fleur from and he like does like a lacrosse stick mime
Lacrosse.
with his hand?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Yeah, my sister's told me all about you. Stoked to meet you. Stoked to meet you. Yeah. Yeah.
There, Vesper's probably like half glad that Fleur just like cut in. Just putting that out there.
Honestly, I think your mic cut out on my end because I didn't hear you, Pip. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine, but I'm like saying they probably appreciated that.
Saving you.
Rosalie's just gonna grab Essie's sleeve again.
So you're Essie, and who's your little elf friend?
This is my roommate, Rosalie.
I guess you're both elves, but like she's shorter. Rosalie. I think Is your mom? Do you have a mom?
Yes, I do have a mom. I believe most people have moms. That's just assuming though, but
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Okay, yeah, no, your mom, she also swung by. We had a conversation, because we used to go to meetings together at this, like anarchist collective like 10 to 15 years ago. She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I agree. She's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I'm gonna go again. Don't like cops. Don't trust them. That's a good piece of advice. Enjoy your quests, my friends, and just tell the woods I said hey.
Do you have any
Got
advice
it.
on us going into the Sea of Trees?
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
there before. Or...
Absolutely, yeah. I dated a dryad from there for a while. So the first thing I'd say is the trees are always watching. Don't do anything there you wouldn't be cool with having someone do in your home because like it's the tree's home. Second thing, the wood elves are not cool with you peeing wherever you want. Definitely use the designated bathrooms. Third thing,
Do you know that one from experience?
you a cop?
No, opposite. Was just interrogated by a bunch.
That's what a cop would say. Last piece of advice, don't get in any of the glowing pools.
Glowing pools?
Yeah, there's like some weird arcana that goes on. It's really cool from like a natural magic standpoint, but I'm just like, unless you're like really really like, I mean the elves will probably be fine, but I'd say like if you're not an elf, don't get in the pools. They got some like weird fae stuff going on, and like the elves, they got that like fae ancestry thing. But the humans, halflings, I'd stay out of that. I personally love them.
Wait, you can get in them? I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Satyrs we're fae
Fae
creatures.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Ian, man, I thought we had that really close conversation about what the fae sort of look like, and a little bit disappointed, dude, that you didn't maintain any of that. So I
I'm
gotta
gonna be
go.
honest, a lot
He's
has
had a bit of a
happened.
night.
Yeah. In his defense, he has been up all night. We all have.
Also,
That's true. That's true.
hungover now, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that. That's at a certain point, you'll stop getting hungover, which is pretty cool. So you take care, Ian, Vesper, Essie, Rosalie. Ian, keep an eye on your cop sister. Make sure she doesn't narc on any of your friends. Later, and he just sort of
Hey,
trots
Gab.
away.
Vesper awkwardly mimics but out of time, the finger guns back to.
What about me is giving cop?
Ian elbows Fleur and is like, everything.
On what planet, Ian?
I think maybe
He's just crying, laughing.
the blue.
It's powder blue.
But it's still a shade of blue.
Oh my god, I can't rebrand.
Well,
Can't
we can
rebrand?
maybe we can
Rebrand?
see what clothes the dean left us.
Oh god. Okay, yeah. And Fleur walks over to her car.
Before we do that, maybe we should decide who's going where. And Ian walks over to the motorcycle and pats the the sidecar and beckons for Aspen to jump in. And then
Aspen jumps in and curls up immediately and falls asleep.
So Ian's gonna follow us in his motorcycle, and he's
David
about
Harley
to tell
Sid.
you. He's about to tell you that somebody can sit behind him.
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell you that you won't have a seatbelt that way.
It's fine. It's kind of freeing, actually.
I would rather have the seatbelt if
There's
that's
enough
all
room
right
in my
with
car for
everyone.
you. There's enough room in my car for everyone.
As you say that, Fleur, you approach and see that you are in fact wrong.
Oh,
The trunk of a Volkswagen Buggle is notably not very large. Most of the armor fits back there, but the weapons, including Ian's very large longbow, your exceptionally large great axe, a shield, and some heavier armor have been tossed in the back seat. Your car can only fit 2 people, including not including yourself.
So 3
two
people in
two
total.
passengers and a driver.
all right. So I've never packed 5 people's worth of stuff. So what I just said, we're gonna rewind. I'm gonna need someone to ride on the back of
I'll
the
go with
motorcycle.
I'll go with Ian.
Perfect.
Ian
And Fleur
grins.
squints at Rosalie.
He pulls out a second helmet he at some point has put on his already, and he's like, perfect, because this is a little small. And tosses it to Rosalie.
Essie is gonna look at Rosalie and just do a little break a leg, but not really. It's motorcycles are dangerous. Bardic inspiration.
Fleur looks at Vesper and goes, "That was awfully quick."
I suppose I don't know what the normal length of time to agreeing to ride on the back of a motorcycle is.
That was quick.
I will take your word for it.
I think that
Drive
the wind
safe.
from a motorcycle will ruin my vocal cords, so I'm personally think that it's a good call that Rosalie's the one.
Ruin your
Who's going to be
vocal.
navigating? Because whoever's navigating needs to go shotgun.
All
I'm prepared
right.
to take that role.
All right.
Then I will follow, and Rosalie
Essie,
will follow
really
too.
quick question for you. With
Mhm.
peace and love,
Mhm.
have you ever navigated before?
Well, when my mom
Not on
is-
stage, real life.
No.
No, real life. When my
Okay.
mom is at one of her parties and I need to take the car over to her to pick her up, and then she
the
really wants to
designated driver.
drive back, but she
Whoa.
really wants to be the one driving back. Usually I navigate her and sometimes steer the wheel from the passenger
Essie,
seat. Make sure we get
Rewind.
that.
Let's back it up real quick.
Yeah.
Are you telling me your mom drives drunk?
Well, yeah.
Oh, Essie.
Maybe you should neither confirm or deny that in earshot of a police.
You know what? We'll
station.
talk about
I
this in
can't
the car.
confirm or
Or
deny.
in front of Fleur, because she's a narc.
Shut up, Ian.
God, she's a narc, guys.
Oh,
Hey,
my-
Gab, hey,
Fleur
Gab.
gets in the car.
So Fleur, you, Essie, and Vesper get into your car. Ian, you climb onto the motorcycle. Rosalie climbs on behind you, wraps her arms around you, and now that the party has kind of been split, we're gonna start with the Buggle.
Okay.
Essie, you get into the front seat. Fleur, you get into the driver's seat. Vesper, you sit in the back and you realize that you were probably the best choice for this. You have the most space, all things considered. And Fleur, as you hit play on your CD player and the pulsing, pop-heavy, breathy vocals of Miss Brittany Longbow comes on,
Great.
your phone rings.
Okay. Have I started driving yet?
No.
Fleur
You've
picks up.
you've done that thing where you get in the car and you turn on the music before you like really do anything.
That's my life in real life, actually. Fleur picks up the phone. Hello.
Is this Fleur?
Yeah. Is this is it Garrett or is it Kyle?
It's Kyle.
Kyle. Okay. Kyle. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm calling to check in on you.
Yeah. I guess what have you heard?
Well, we got a call from Dean Madrigal in the middle of the night, and there was a woman who wanted us to come down and talk at the station. Apparently Cammie's missing.
Did you talk to the woman at the station yet?
No, I don't talk to cops without a lawyer.
Smart. Wish I'd have thought of that. Fleur goes, yeah. When I got to our dorm last night, her stuff was all torn up. I don't know what's going on, but I was actually going to text you because I think we should all talk about what's going on, but I have been sent on a quest with my adventuring party because our whole floor is shut down. So when I come back, I think we should meet up, our adventuring parties, and figure out what's going on.
Your whole floor's shut down?
Yeah.
So you'll be needing a place to stay.
Possibly.
I think we should definitely talk when you get back.
I would like that.
And in all sincerity, besides that, are you okay? I know that you two were close. I mean, our party only really met up a couple times, but she talked about you a lot.
Honestly, not really. I'm kind of freaking out. I'm worried about her.
Yeah. Well,
And I'm sure you are too.
I mean, yeah, but she's also terrifying.
Yeah, because she's Cammie.
Yeah, I think she'll be okay, Fleur, and
I hope so.
I'm sorry that you're dealing with this. Let me know if you need to talk.
I will. I'll give you a shout as soon as we're back from our first quest.
Well, you better, because I'm gonna be kicking my roommate out, it sounds like.
Don't worry. You'll hear from me.
Can I lean forward and like tap Fleur's arm and go, if that's Kyle from Art History, can you ask him to please give me his notes when we get back?
Kyle,
What's up?
Vesper has asked if you'll give them your notes when we get back. I figured I could get them, maybe bring them to Vesper.
Did Vesper actually ask that, or are you just looking for an excuse to come see me?
Vesper actually asked that. You can't tell me that that's not something Vesper would ask.
Well, I don't usually take notes, but
Do you think you could this one time?
for Vesper or for you?
Both of us.
You're hard to say no to.
I know.
I'll take notes.
Thank you. Bye, Kyle.
Bye, Fleur.
And Fleur hangs up.
Is that Kyle?
It was. And Fleur kind of like mimics what Essie is doing. It's like he's very different than the boys I've dated before, but I kind of like that he's got a little attitude with me.
Okay, so this entire road trip, what I'm hearing is that we're going to talk about Kyle.
I mean, yes.
Vesper.
Vesper just leans back and is probably actually still like a couple steps behind, trying to figure out the purpose of the shimmy. Like trying to figure out what that is meant to communicate.
As he looks
So they're
back,
just vibing in the backseat.
as he looks back at them and just pats Vesper on the knee. It's like, it's okay.
Fleur kind of backs out and pulls up so the driver's side is next to Ian's motorbike and goes, "You ready to follow?"
Yeah, what took so long?
I was on the phone
With mom?
with Kyle.
Disgusting, let's go.
Perfect. Have Rosalie call Essie if you guys need to take a pee break. Okay.
Oh, wait. And he like leans back to look at Rosalie. Do you need a jacket? It gets really windy. Out of Fleur's car.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, I'd like a jacket.
Fleur unlocks her car. Come and get it.
Yeah. What jacket do I grab? What are my options?
Okay, you have 3 options.
3 options.
2 of these were brought by Fleur's mother. The third is from Magical Tumbletwig. There is a sort of worn jean jacket with some patches on it. One says, "Keep Dreamers Grove Wild." Another seems to be from the national park that you're heading to. There's even like a faded Junior Ranger patch sewn onto the back.
Do I recognize its smell?
A roll a perception check.
Okay. I'll do a physical roll for this. We'll see what it gets.
And a stealth check.
And a stealth? Oh, damn. All right. So 15 for the perception.
Sniff.
And a stealth.
Can I roll perception?
Oh, and I have disadvantage because of my chainmail. Do I still? Yeah, I guess.
You're not currently wearing your chainmail.
Oh, okay.
I'm rolling perception against her stealth.
10.
I rolled a 12.
Rosalie, you kind of like sniff it for a second. Fleur, you don't quite get what she's doing, but you do see her like lean her face into it. In like an attempt to be subtle. Rosalie, the next jacket is a like sort of sequined. You know when they knit sweaters that have like sparkly yarn in it?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
It's like a cardigan like that, like a cropped cardigan. And the third option is like a size triple XL Eylas U hoodie that when you hold it up literally hangs down to your knees.
Did I recognize the smell?
No, this is from Dean Magical Tumbletwig.
I know, but I'm saying for the
You
first
can
one.
roll. Oh, yes. That is
I did.
You lean in and sniff it and it smells like Battle Axe
Kevin.
brand deodorant. Pine trees.
I'll grab that one for no reason.
Okay.
I'm living for this. I've never been so happy.
As you tuck your cell phone into the pocket of this jean jacket, you get a text notification.
Oh, I check it.
This is a text from Harry. It says, "Hey, kiddo. Talk to your mom just now. Says you're going on your first quest."
Is it with the 3 periods like that parents do?
Yes, exactly. But there's like a space between each period as well, and at one
Okay.
point there's a comma where there should have been like the 3rd period. "Hey kiddo, talk to your mom just now. Said you're going on your first quest. Good luck. I'll make sure she's not too worried about you. Gene sends his love too." Period. Second follow-up text. He was in cafe when mom came doing book tour speech today. Didn't seem too awkward between the two of them. And then the last text says, stay safe. Harry.
Rosalie will just message a quick, like, chat you soon, see you soon. Make sure they're doing okay and not fighting.
Of course, kiddo,
Heart.
bring your party for coffee when you get back. It's on me.
Just a heart to a -3.
Perfect.
To that. All right.
Before Fleur finishes pulling out, she looks back at Vesper and goes, I have no idea what Dean Tumbletwig described to us, but we're going to be driving for a few hours, and I don't know if you get car sick, but if you want to do some like research because you're really smart and try to figure out what we're about to fight, that would be sick.
As far as I remember from my role, I sort of remembered what it was, but not exactly what it's named. So I go, do I have the bestiary in my backpack?
Roll.
I expect everything would have been packed the night before for the next day of school.
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me do a quick percentile die roll.
A scheduled roll, if you will.
A cheeky D100 here. On anything above a 18, you have it in your bag. Let's see, roll a die. All right, 79. You did in fact pack it.
Great. Love it.
And Essie knew the name of the beast last time.
Right. Awesome. Then I go, yeah, no, I have an idea, but I don't remember the details, so I was going to do that anyways. I have a lot to prepare, especially if we're yes, Fleur.
You'll have time as long as you don't get distracted by singing, and Fleur throws it in drive and sends it.
Oh my god.
But
That's amazing.
So Essie and Fleur are singing loudly along to Brittany Longbow.
While we are driving, can I text Huck really quickly?
Absolutely.
Fleur gets road rage, so occasionally she'll be in the middle of singing and then be like, how could you cut me off like that? That's literally the rudest. I can't believe they're only going 10 over the speed limit. This is literally, I can't.
They are following the law. It is meant to keep us safe.
They're just the villains in this story.
Thank you.
But yeah, Essie's gonna text Huck and say, hey, on way to near Sea of Trees, let me know if you want to meet up.
Hi, Essie. Haven't heard from you in a while.
That's Huck's voice.
Would love to see you. But not sure if I can make it. Let me know what your plans are, and I'll try to make it there.
Say, for sure. Also, do you happen to know anything about, I forgot the exact name of the beast, but I know
Displacer.
Displacer. Do you happen to know anything about displacers? Because I know Huck is a druid.
Yes! Exclamation point. The grown ones are dangerous. The babies are really cute.
Wait.
Happen to know how
Fleur
to...
doesn't say this, but for context, has Essie ever met Huck? Oh my god, Essie's being catfished.
You don't know that.
Say that! Okay.
You don't know that.
Never met or seen. We have never exchanged photos canonically. I've specifically
It's the
wrote that in.
2000s. What did you expect?
True.
Into the year 2000. Not much has changed, but
Let me know what your plans are.
We'll do likely heading to Ranger Station by Sea of Trees.
Oh! that is kind of near me. Could maybe see you after all. Hopefully see you soon. Smiley face.
Very cool. Smiley face.
All right.
The most awkward friendship ever.
Love it.
As you speed down the highway, Vesper, are you doing any research?
Yes, sure. Is there?
Let's have you roll an intelligence check. If you roll above a 20, you and Essie and Fleur will all have advantage in any attacks against an upcoming Displacer Beast battle.
24.
Yes!
Got a 19 plus 5.
Go off, Pippin!
Be sure to throw that down. All right, Ian and Rosalie, you are on the bike. Is there any conversations you need to have before I transition the scene?
Well, it's moving right now, isn't there?
Yes.
I was like, can we have a conversation?
I was like, yeah.
You can, but like there's gonna you have to imagine yourselves yelling.
Okay.
Don't forget the importance of body language.
While they're still like pulling out of the station, Ian's gonna be like, okay, so listen, it's a long drive. Your arms are gonna get tired. So if you don't want to like hold on to me, you can grab my belt loops. And if you don't want to do that, there's like some metal kind of back behind you, but like whatever's comfortable.
I think I also have some. I do not have some because I am not a rogue.
Don't kill me.
Yeah, I'll consider that. We'll see if that becomes an issue.
Also, where'd you get that jacket?
Oh, I just grabbed whatever I found in Fleur's car.
He just kind of nods and he's like, okay, all right. And then he's like, what do you think about this killing a beast, bringing it back sort of thing?
I don't know. I think it could be. How was the beast described in that novel with the displacer beast?
Oh, okay. So it was described as like sort of a ferocious adversary, but in the story, after the princess defeated the displacer beast, she found its kitten and raised it as her own little pet.
I feel like I'm excited to see what they actually look like. It seems like it'll be scary, but I heard they have really cute babies.
Cute babies. I'm already upset about having to kill it in an adult form.
I don't know. I'll kill it if it means that I'll have to protect you guys.
Oh. Well, that's pretty novel of you.
And is the motorcycle going at all, like at some point?
Yeah, we're probably
Okay.
yelling at some point.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I feel like as they trek along, they probably don't converse much, and Ian's kind of
You muted yourself.
sick. I'm back. I feel like Ian is used to kind of being quiet and like reflective on his bike because he probably doesn't usually have anybody ride with him besides Aspen. So
It's
every
also the only moments he gets away from Fleur.
also that. So I feel like every now and then he'll kind of remember that Rosalie's there, or like she'll adjust and he'll kind of like feel her.
I think she's just holding on for dear life, both for like personal reasons and for just fear.
I think he'll check in on you. Like if you're like gripping tighter, he'll be like, "You okay? Do you want to stop?" Like he's just gonna check in periodically, but otherwise he'll probably just like cruise and enjoy the scenery.
All right, so you guys travel for about 6 hours. That includes like a couple stops at rest stops. There's a point where you need to recharge the arcane engine on the bike, which involves basically throwing frozen treats into the fuel tank for the elemental that has been employed to power this bicycle. Fleurs, meanwhile, runs on the typical, less energy efficient fire elemental system, and all she has to do to refuel that is alternate between throwing in sticks, and if she can persuade a caster to cast like a fire-based cantrip, that will really sort of refill the engine. You all get back on or in your various vehicles. Fleur gets a little baggie of corn nuts that she eats because Ian's not in the car to like criticize it for once.
But they're like sweet and salty corn nuts because like Fleur doesn't really like savory things. But she kind of fucks with it because she always snacked on the same stuff Ian did.
So there's like a limited release kettle corn flavored corn nut that's out. It's kind of like caramelly. It smells so strongly of corn nuts in the car for a while. But you arrive in the town of what did I say the name is? Fayin. Right around sunset. This is a sleepy little town. Just a couple of motels sort of nearer the edge of the forest, a single gas station, a collection of houses made of sort of weathered wood with these like steep sloping roofs that sort of combat the rain that seems to be constantly falling here. The ground is covered in like thick green moss, and there's just an abundance of this like verdant growth because of this constant moisture.
Can you describe the 3 motels to me? Because I feel like Fleur knows they've got to stop at a motel. She's leading the charge, so she's just gonna pick one.
Absolutely. The first one is a Motel 2. It is pretty typical, a little bit run down in that way that almost all sort of travel-based motels are, made of concrete with like sort of heavy locking doors. They appear to have vacancy. Next door is the, I'm trying to think of another word for this. Hang on. Lower class lodge, which may or may not be a play on Econo Lodge, that has like a pool that appears to be full of leaves. It's also a motel, but unlike the Motel 2, which is all one level, this has 2 levels. And the final motel doesn't appear to be a chain motel at all. It's called the Green Leaf Inn, but someone has sort of scratched out the word green and changed it to the Dandelion Leaf Inn.
Fleur goes to herself. She goes, okay, well, Ian would really like that one. It's like, we'll go that one. And then she drives over to the Dandelion Inn because she knows it would make Ian happy.
The Dandelion Leaf Inn is made of like worn bricks stacked on top of each other. Some of them appear to be cracking. The foundation is concrete but grown over with this like green moss. And the office is at the front of the building. There's like a little glass door, some glass windows. You can see a wood elf seated at the desk drinking a cup of coffee, sort of clicking on their computer, and as you get a closer glance, they are playing like an offline solitaire game.
Nice. On
their computer. Do you go inside?
Yeah, so Fleur kind of parks, and then when Ian pulls up, she goes, I thought this might be best. I figured you'd like it.
I was literally just telling Rosalie that I hope we stay at the Dandelion.
I thought so. I know you. And then Fleur heads up to the office to talk to the person.
Follow.
You open the door and it sort of jingles. And
I've locked my car, by the way. I want to make that very clear.
Arcane locked? Arcane.
You don't
the
own
car does
arcane
have
locks.
a lock.
Yeah, but it doesn't have arcane locks.
But it has a lock.
Correct. But the implication of the lock comment was that an arcane lock would protect it from like the knock spell.
Right.
Which not necessarily.
I mean, knock doesn't necessarily open locks.
It suppresses
but-
it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Either way, Fleur does lock her car. Not from arcane shit, but from people just wanting to open it. Anyways.
Ian's way of keeping his David Harleyson safe is to leave Aspen until he's ready.
So do you leave Aspen? So you leave Aspen. Does everyone else go in?
I'll follow.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, Rosalie has her eyes shut and still holding on to Ian.
Ian just kind of like tries to like pat her, and it's like, are you cold? Are you good? Are you stuck?
Are we there?
We're here. We're gonna go
Fully
check
stopped.
in. Do you want to stay here with Aspen, or do you want to come in, or
Oh no, it's okay.
you okay?
Yeah.
You look and Rosalie's got like a couple of bugs stuck to her face.
Ian's gonna just reach out and like brush it off and brush it out of her hair without saying anything, and just kind of head towards the inn.
All right, you all walk into this office. A bell above the door jingles, and the elf behind the counter looks up. You notice that across from this door is a counter with like a bread box full of what appears to be stale bagels. There's like a little mini fridge on top that's clear with like a couple of things of cream cheese. And as you enter, the elf goes, "Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Do
Well,
you have any vacancies?
yes.
Doesn't sound super convincing, gonna be honest.
Can I
We
roll perception on this dude?
yes, absolutely.
Do not trust this man at all.
I may do the same.
Can I see him over the counter?
No,
What does
you
he look-
cannot.
Can you describe what he looks like at all, or that's perception?
That's a
so well.
perception check.
I rolled a 21.
I got a solid 12.
Nice.
He looks like he's about 22 years old. He's got dark circles under his eyes. The cup of coffee that he's drinking, you notice he's put out a cigarette in and appears to have forgotten that he does it, because as he takes a sip, he like sputters, looks down, and just sort of like casually takes the mug off the counter and sets it on the ground next to him. I mean, like, he's good looking, but in that way that like deli workers and motel staff sometimes are, where it's like you've had kind of a hard life.
The line cook, good looking. That's
That's
something
what I
about
was
him.
Exactly. Yes. He's got like kind of a line cook look. He's got some like heavy tattoos that aren't necessarily well done, but work pretty well with whatever aesthetic he's going for, as well as a chain around his neck, at the end of which you see has sort of a symbol of a burning flame, which Rosalie, you would recognize as the symbol of the Lady on Fire. He's got sort of hair that flops into his face, and sort of a 5 o'clock shadow. No, I'm sorry. I am convinced we do have rooms available. It's just not really the busy season, so I wasn't actually expecting anyone to show up.
Ah, fair. I get
So
it.
there's nobody here.
I mean, there's like 3 people, and 2 of them are like for the study for the forest, and the other one is she like rents hourly.
Why would you want to rent hourly? I can never determine how long I'm gonna
Essie,
sleep.
my dear. We'll talk about it later.
This is kind of Essie, and Ian's gonna like pull Essie aside and be like, remember the like paying a gold to the person at the party? This is gonna be kind of like that, where maybe just keep it on the down low until we can explain it.
Okay.
I want to make it clear. Good for them.
But yeah, if
I'm not. We're just maybe not a conversation for right here.
Ian just nods enthusiastically and says,
Yeah.
later.
We'll talk. Anyways, how many rooms do you have available?
Literally as many as you need, unless you need like 8. I also saw that you have a dog outside. We have 2 pet-friendly rooms.
I'll take one of those.
How many beds are in each room?
So we have like a bunch of different options. The first one is gonna be, we have a room that just has a full-size bed, We have
Okay.
one with 2 fulls, we have one with 2 twins, we have one with 2 queens, we have one with a king, we have one with 2 kings.
Okay. We'll take 3 rooms and each of them have 2 beds in them, and one of them is
Like
dog
I
friendly.
pull on Fleur's arm and go, how about asking the rate for each room first?
You know what? Money buddy, good question.
Money.
How much how much
That's why they're in charge of the ledger.
does it cost?
Well, it depends on the room.
What is your cheapest room?
The cheapest room is gonna be the 1 full-size bed.
What are the rates? Just tell us the rates across the board.
1 full-size bed is gonna be 1 gold, 2 full-size beds is gonna be 2 gold and a silver. 2 twin beds are gonna be 2 golds. 2 queen-size beds are gonna be 3 gold. 2 king-size beds are gonna be 5 gold. And they all come with cable. And we don't accept credit. You only cash here.
That's cool. We'll take 2 rooms, one of the ones with the 2 doubles, one with the 2 queens, and then the third room will be the pet friendly room, and it can have 2 beds or 1 bed in it. That's totally up to you.
Like what's available in the pet room?
Yeah, because I want to
Oh.
have 2 rooms with 2
Oh,
beds.
So the pet room, we have a full size with just 1 full size, and
We'll
then
take that one.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
You don't
What's
want to hear about the other one? You don't want to have a sleepover, Fleur?
What's the
I
name?
mean, I'm down. I'm just trying to make it so that everybody has their space if they want it. Like, I can do 3 people in 1 room. If you and Vesper want to share a room, I can share a room with Rosalie and Essie, and we can just get 2 rooms.
That's fine with me. Then the name just do name Vesper Thorn Quill, please. And I'm like jumping up. And I step back so that like point of view he can finally see me.
He like looks
As
over the
he-
desk at you and goes, "Okay, all right."
As you-
Fleur
as you-
goes, "You want to go on my shoulders?"
I'm going to need you to take a second and think about why that's probably not something you should have asked me.
Okay. I just want to make life easier for you.
I can appreciate the sentiment. Please don't.
Okay.
The guy lets
Rosalie
out like a
will-
low
oh,
whistle and is like, "Okay."
How
uh,
much total?
I don't know. What rooms are you getting?
We'll do 2 beds in a pet friendly room.
and that's it.
And then
I would I liked the idea of a sleepover. I've
You want
never
5
had.
people in 1 room, Rosalie?
I think it'll be fun. We can talk about the quest.
How big are the beds in that room?
So
They're a double.
in that case, I could put you in the honeymoon suite for all of you. It's got a big king size bed, a pull out couch, a heart shaped bathtub, that's separate from the shower. It's like in the middle of the room. And then that would be 6 gold and a silver piece.
Let's just do that. Fleur's like, Fleur hates this shit. She just wants it to be over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Rosalie
Ian's
just has
not
puppy
past
eyes
Ian
towards
is
Vesper.
not past the heart-shaped tub in the middle of the room.
You know, I just
I-
want to say the human girl's kind of acting like she hates this, but I want to point out that she absolutely extended these negotiations about 10
Yeah, I
times
know, it's
longer
just
than
like-
they normally go.
I just want to. I've been driving for 6 hours. I just
Yeah,
want to sleep.
I know, but I think maybe the halfling should be in charge of, or what are you, a gnome?
No, yes, but
Sorry, we don't have a lot of
I'm just
gnomes in
I'm
the
pulling
forest.
out the.
Oh yeah, no, Vesper's in charge of the money.
Don't
you worry.
I feel like maybe they should be in charge. I don't know. Your whole thing, very confusing to me.
Ian's
You know-
over it, and he's gonna walk out and just go hang with Aspen until
Yes.
this is over.
I
You
have
could
I
really
do
work
have
on
to
your
hand,
customer service.
T.
Just putting that out there as a note for you for next time.
I was going to hand these to Fleur. I'm going to put them in a mage hand and lift it up to him.
The guy takes it and is like still staring at Essie, and he goes,
Thank you for your help.
yeah, if you want
We
to file a
appreciate it.
report with my manager, the name is Cian. That's Cian. Did you get that? Yeah?
I did. Thank you,
Yeah.
Cian.
The-
You have
the
been
last
most
name
helpful.
Is gonna be, the last name is gonna be, are you listening? You seemed really concerned about this earlier. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, it's Cian O'Sheen. You got that?
Right.
Let him know that I'm doing a terrible job. I guarantee you he will not fucking care. Continental breakfast is served from 6 a.m. to whenever the fuck I feel like throwing away the bagels.
Fair.
Don't ask me any questions. We won't have any problems. And yeah, enjoy your stay. Why are you here?
We're going to the ranger station tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good.
We're on a quest. I'm really excited about it.
Cool.
Can we need keys? Can we get the the keys for these rooms?
Oh. Yeah, see, that's why he should be in charge. All right. There's just one key. Don't lose it. We do charge a 16 gold replacement fee.
god.
Good to know. Will not lose it. Thank you.
Have a good trip, Mix Thornquill.
Thank you.
Fleur takes the key and hands it to Vesper
Oh,
and goes,
no, the guy handed it straight to Vesper.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I have
Fleur
it.
goes, don't put it in my bag of holding. That's like a surefire way to lose it.
Awesome. Are we going? Can we go now?
Yeah.
You all go to the room.
I lead them to the room.
You all sort of figure out your sleeping arrangements. You have a pleasant night. The tub is disgusting. None of you decide to use it. It looks like it's never been cleaned, but it is in fact heart-shaped and like just to the right of the TV stand for some reason, literally in the middle of the room.
Oh god, is the room carpeted?
It is. Can we
yeah.
I'm gonna have you guys all roll a Constitution saving throw to see how well you sleep. See if you get that full long rest. If you are a full elf, you do not need to throw one because you don't need to sleep. You just need to trance.
14.
Oh my god. 10.
Oh, why
It's a DC 10, babe.
Oh god.
Nice.
My Beyond 20 isn't working.
You
No,
just
no,
rolled
you
13
rolled
times.
just so many times, babe.
Oh.
You got an
Yeah.
18 on the first one. You're totally fine. All right.
Score.
Rosalie,
Sorry, it
what was
wasn't
yours?
showing that it was working.
Rosalie got a 23. All right, so you are all get the benefits of a long rest. The next morning, you wake up. You sort of all
rest.
get out of the beds that you've slept in. None of you used any of the sheets. You slept on top of the comforters. This is not a clean motel in any sense of the word. You grab some stale bagels from Cian, who does not seem overly pleased to see you again, and all get in the Buggle / on the motorcycle and drive to the ranger station. The ranger station is actually a set of buildings, more of an outpost than an actual tourist stop. The tourist ranger station, you know, is more south of where you are. You are sort of at the northern point of the park. You park your car and your motorcycle outside of the station, and as you exit the car, a tall, willowy wood elf woman comes to meet you. She's got a lit cigarette hanging out of the corner of her mouth. She's dressed in a pair of like crumpled khaki shorts that go down to her knees and a tank top branded with the logo of the Rangers of Kraylin. She also has a tattoo on one arm of what appears to be a howling wolf. Her hair is cut short, almost in like a quasi mohawk style. And she has wrinkles around her eyes, which tells you, Essie, that she's probably about 300 to 400 years old. Okay, what do we have here? Who are you? Why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you on my property? Well, our property. Why are you here?
We're students at Eylas U. We have been sent on a quest to help, I suppose.
Tumbletwig sent you?
Yes.
We're here to help with the displacer.
Ah. Okay. So you're here to help with the displacer?
Fleur
Yeah.
takes a deep breath.
You know the forests?
Yes.
Yes, Ian does.
Not this forest particular. A little bit from a trip.
Actually, we've been here, so yeah.
Oh, you've been here. Oh, so I bet that takes away all your worries about getting lost in them woods, huh?
Not at
You
all,
You took a
actually.
I
walking
have
tour, a
plenty of
guided
worries.
tour? Ah, okay, all right. So here's how it's gonna go. Provided you survive, you bring the displacer pelt and head back here, prove to me it's dead, and I take a picture, send it along to the folks in charge, and you can take whatever trophies you want back with you to your school.
Score.
Got any questions?
Where was the last place you saw it?
Oh, which one?
Oh,
There's
good. The one
multiple?
that we're going for?
Oh, well, I told Tumbleswig that there were two, so it's you should be going after both of them. But
Okay.
they're
No, I know
probably
that.
together.
Okay.
They're both adults.
That would be expected.
I mean, they're big as adults. Mean as adults. I should probably let you know, too, where there are displacer beasts, there are usually blink dogs, so you're going to want to keep an eye on that, especially if you got a companion of your own. They can be, well, you know, it's one of two ways, either friendly or not so friendly to the other dogs here from the material plane.
You for the
She
heads
flicks the cigarette butt onto the floor, onto the ground of the parking lot, and sort of grinds it in. And tell you what, you managed to bring back both the heads. There's a little bit of a reward for you. Going rate for contractors is 1,500 gold per kill.
I like to hear
Do
that.
we have to turn that into the school, or do we get to keep that?
I don't know. I'm not. What do I look like?
I just-
Technically, Dean Tumbletwig only said we had to kill one of them. So if we kill both of them, then we probably are just contractors for that kill and therefore get to keep the proceeds. Right, Vesper?
Listen, kids,
I
I
would
just
have to check the school policy. I think we should deal with it first and then figure it out.
Let's
I
just
just-
kill them both.
I just met you, and I don't know you all that well, but asking those kind of questions seems like some narc things. I'd say if you're, you know, not a narc, you'd just pocket the money for yourself.
Score. Let's do it. See,
Quick
maybe Ian's the
question.
narc.
Doubtful. You said there's two. Is one a male and one a female?
I have to say, I didn't get a good look at them when they were ripping O'Shaughnessy's face off, you know? I didn't get a real good look at their genitals. I had some other things to think about.
Is O'Shaughnessy okay?
Fair.
Ooh, as okay as you can be with no face.
Okay. Well,
So do we get like a guide or something, or we're just doing this ourselves?
just point us in the right direction.
Thought you said you knew the forest.
Have they lit
Yeah.
another cigarette?
They've taken one out from behind their ear that was already lit and are now smoking that one.
Just chain smoking.
Is there any chance you have is there a map of the forest that we could use?
Got a ranger, don't you?
Ian stands up a little straighter. and
If
is
you
like,
want to pass your ranger classes and become one of us, you're gonna have to prove yourself sooner or later. Consider it a test.
All right, let's just go then. Fleur's like, I cannot be around this person anymore.
Essie's gonna text Huck really quick and be like, at Ranger Station.
you get a text from Huck that says, when you get back from wherever you're going, come get dinner on me at the diner.
Got you.
Okay.
So
Fleur goes.
be careful, I guess. Don't get eaten, and if you do get eaten, try to get eaten all the way, because we're the ones who have to go out there and pull the bodies out of the bushes and whatnot. So
We'll bear that in mind.
We'll do our best.
absolutely. And you said
Either
you're
way.
from Eylas, right?
Yeah, Eylas University.
Well, you just be real careful, okay?
We will.
You.
I guess they'll head
Can
back
we
to
go?
their vehicles and like
Yeah.
load
To
up.
suit up quickly and then head
Sit
out.
up.
She like stands there and watches you put on your armor and just kind of like narrows her eyes at you.
Are we doing
Can I roll
something
perception?
wrong?
You can roll
Yeah.
an insight check if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll insight.
I would also like to roll insight.
Yeah,
I'm
same.
sussed out a little bit.
Not great. That's a 12.
I got a 21.
That's a nat 1, baby. Modified 4.
Essie, this woman wants to be your friend. Ian, she seemed a little concerned with the fact that you were coming from Eylas.
Oh.
Something
But
about that gave her pause when she kind of comprehended what that meant.
But she
As-
has directly reached out to Tumbleswig, it sounds like.
She did.
As Fleur's putting on her armor, she kind of shimmies over to Ian and goes, "What's up with her?
Like
I'm
everything.
getting weird vibes."
Yeah, like everything. And she's probably needs to smoke less. And he like
I
throws,
mean, yeah.
he throws on a jacket and like starts prepping his bow and all that shit. And he's like, I feel like when we said Eylas, she got a little, you know,
Weird.
I don't know anything.
Neither do I.
But and he like does like one of those like crack your knuckles kind of.
Now's your time to shine. Remember that one time I got lost in the forest and you had to find me?
You gotta let me lead now.
Yeah,
Fleur.
let's do it.
I'm just saying, if we're gonna do this, you're gonna have to trust me a little bit.
Ian, I got lost in the forest outside of our school when I was a kid and you got me out. When it comes to forests, I know it's not my strength.
But you didn't lead to the party, which I also could have done. Just throwing it out there.
Rosalie
Yeah, but, like-
and Vesper, as
Yeah.
the pharaohs do their whole thing, you and Essie, the two of you and Essie sort of stand behind the car. The two martial classes have a little bit more getting dressed to do than you do. Rosalie puts on her chainmail.
And
And-
mage armor.
Yeah, as you all sort of stand there and watch the two siblings bicker, the woman approaches you.
Listen, I know that you're really starstruck, and I appreciate you for not saying anything. And I think you seem like a cool person. But listen, if you could just keep me being here on the down low, I just don't want.
I
Who
don't
the
think
hell
either
are
of us
you?
knows what you're talking about.
Essie Heifer, nice to meet you.
She like looks down at your hand and goes, "Okay, so I didn't want to say this in front of your human friends, but I'm a little surprised that they sent humans on this mission.
Why is that?
Well, the disappearances.
That's part of why we're.
Disappearances?
This was a very impromptu assignment for us.
Are the disappearances all humans?
I mean, humans more than, yeah, I'd say mostly humans. Yeah, all humans. I mean, they're not that common every 50 years or so, but, we're kind of overdue, so I thought maybe,
What do you mean every 50 years?
I mean, every 50 years, the news stories about the campers who go missing or the human rangers who disappear.
So humans disappear from this forest every 50 years?
Oh, yeah, give or
You
take.
didn't think to mention that before?
Well, I thought your
Or-
professors would mention it. I didn't want to freak your friends out there, you know.
We appreciate the heads up. And I look at both of them and I go, we weren't aware that it was quite so evident a pattern.
What are you? I mean, from the forest, people disappear. You know, the pools and the.
Right. You know what? We did have a professor tell us not to go in the pools, which were for non-elves not to go in. So that would make sense.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. You know, get in the pools if I were you or the humans. The
Are
else here.
half-elves safe?
Oh yeah, you got the flayed bloodline. You're fine.
Essie's gonna squeeze Rosalie's hand.
Oh.
And they're quite nice pools too. I wouldn't get friends in them or too close to them.
Have you been in them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, many times.
What did you
Oh.
think?
Oh, they're nice. They're warm. The something about them ties you to a different plane, you know, and so you just feel stronger getting out of them.
Are the different pools different planes, or are they all
Oh no,
the Feywild?
I mean, yeah, they're all tied to the Fey plane.
Okay.
Does
well,
it
thank you for making sure we had that information.
would the pools strengthen the displacer?
Or perhaps bring them in?
Oh, I don't think. Well, creatures can't get through the pools. They're not exactly portals so much as they are concentrations of energy that correspond to similar concentrations on a, you know, different plane. It's more. You know how the ethereal plane is sort of an in-between plane, right? These pools are more pockets of sort of an in-between between us and fairy, and then portals are unrelated. Those are, well, that's a whole different thing, right? Because we know where the portals are, and they always open in the same spots every time. But this one, the other day, it wasn't where it's supposed to be.
Could you provide us with a map where the portals typically are and where the new one is?
I mean, I can't provide you with a map per se. I'm not sure we've ever written it down, but I can give you a good idea.
That would be very helpful. Thank you.
Jasper's already taking notes on like stickets on the page.
Okay, so north by northwest of this spot, there is a tree with a fork in it. You're going to have a portal 3 miles south of there if you make a left and walk 15 feet. Then you're going to find a concentration of pools. Those are south by southeast of here. You have to go into the patch of forest that beyond the tree with the 3 antlers. It kind of looks like a stag. That you're going to find a portal there, flicks another cigarette butt, pulls out a pack, lights another one. Then you're gonna want to follow the footpath that leads to where the satyrs like to hang out. Don't talk to the satyrs; they're not very friendly. There's always a portal there. They keep it open, but it's part of a pact. I don't know who between. Then past the northwest fire station, where we keep an eye for the fires that start in the summertime. There's another portal there. You can tell where they are because they leave little marks, scars on the earth, right? Those are the permanent portals. This portal, the other day, we managed to close it all the way and we couldn't get it reopened.
The portal that opened the other day,
Uh-huh.
was that by the fire station? Where was that?
No, it's not where it's supposed to be.
Are we still arguing? Or can we come listen
You
in?
two are still arguing.
Yeah.
No.
So where was the portal that opened the other day?
About 50 feet down this footpath.
So only 50 feet down the footpath? So
Yeah.
by the parking lot?
Well, no, you go to the trailhead there that we've marked, and then you go 50 feet down the footpath.
Gotcha.
But it was really close. You know, normally the Feywild portals, all the other ones are sort of far away from the
Edges of the
the
forest.
town. Yeah.
What was
Anyways,
Good to
your
know.
name again?
what was my what?
Your name again?
My what again?
Your name?
Knave.
Name.
My name is Knave.
Knave is knave.
Oh, Knave. Oh, I apologize. Thank you
Yeah.
sincerely, Knave, for
Yeah.
your help with this.
Well, it's Knave Burn. If you need me.
Thank you, Miss Knave Burn.
Yeah, you're
Or-
welcome.
Max Knave Burn, if you prefer.
No, it's Miss. Mrs. Actually. Yeah, my wife and I, we got married.
Congratulations.
Oh, this was 200 years ago.
Oh,
But
You
it's the
got
first
married?
we're hearing. Yeah.
Well, and then she died.
Ooh.
It's a problem with halflings. 180 years is just not that long of a time.
as he looks at her like sincerely and kind of motions out to offer her hand, but doesn't force it, and just says, "I'm very sorry for your loss."
She shakes her hand, and as she pulls her hand away from the handshake, there's a little flower blooming in her hand.
Aw.
And she goes, she taught me that trick. She was a
Oh,
druid from the New Grove.
She must have been a great woman.
Oh, she was beautiful. Her name was Ophelia Littlefoot. Big population of
Sounds
orphans
very sweet.
in the New Grove. Yeah, no, she was
I'm gonna have a mental breakdown.
she was great. Sorry. Didn't mean to get you all kind of caught on that one.
It's all right. It seems we were waiting all the same.
Yeah, I'll see you around. Bring the displacer beast heads back. And again, if you're gonna get eaten all the way.
Whole. Yes, you said we.
Yeah, and if you see any bodies out there, let me know. I gotta get cadaver patrol out there at some point.
We'll make sure, Mrs. Nate.
Yeah, okay. You take care, all of you. You two, quiet one. What's your name?
My name's Rosalie Motley.
Any relation to Eugene Motley?
Yes. I'm their daughter.
Okay, so your mother is Vivian?
Yes. Do you are you a old friend?
Yeah. And Stacy, remind me, your mother is the elf, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, you're about 250 years ago I knew your mom. And then of course I know your dad. I read his books.
Oh well. Maybe she'd like to see you again. She always
Oh,
likes
I
seeing
don't
old
think
faces.
so. She made it pretty clear she did not want to see me again.
Oh, you know her temper.
Oh, yeah, no, she threw all of my stuff on the porch. Well, it was nice to meet you, Rosalie, and you can go ahead and tell Eugene I said hi. I don't know if they know me that well. I went to a book signing. And don't tell your mother you saw me. Okay.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. Byrne.
You too.
And Rosalie's just red. Fleur claps her hands in the distance and goes, Anne's leading. He like is tying his shoes and finally stands up. And for some reason, for this one time, Aspen was on a leash. So he unleashes Aspen and just goes, so no map, no idea where the past displacer was. We're just fucking going for this, huh?
Just vibes. You've got this.
Essie is going to share, probably with the help of Vesper, since
Everything
she
that was
likely
just
did that.
said.
Everything
Okay.
that was just said regarding the
Okay.
portals, and also share in caution how humans kind of go missing here every 50
Yeah.
years. So maybe
So what you
maybe
two
we
are
should
telling
be
me,
careful.
hell no to the portals is what you're telling me and Ian.
Yeah, it kind of seems like maybe you guys want to avoid them. I feel like
Solid.
me and Rosalie and probably Vesper will be fine, but
Yeah,
you guys are
you know
soft
what?
Stay on the path,
and fragile.
good.
please.
Wait, so the
Essie,
portals are the
I'm
tools?
fragile?
Well, no, you're not. But I mean, like you're not. You're very strong, and I appreciate that about you. But in this particular case,
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
For this role, you're not right. But
Yeah, I get it.
yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Thank you.
Okay, so is there like a path or an entry and a clear entry point into this?
There is a
From the
clearly
way-
marked
footpath.
trailhead with a
Yes!
footpath.
All right, Ian's gonna head towards the trailhead.
You lead your friends down the trailhead about 200 yards, and the trees start to grow thicker. You find yourselves in the middle of the forest fairly quickly. The Sea of Trees is aptly named. It really is like an ocean of foliage that rises up from the ground. You find yourself at a fork in this footpath. Ian, can I get a nature check, please?
This
Absolutely
map
can.
is gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's
I wonder who drew it.
Okay, so there are two directions you can go. The direction to the right slopes upwards, and as you kind of lean down, you notice that there are no tracks on this trail. It doesn't look like any rangers have walked it recently, and certainly no creatures that leave any kind of material signs of their presence. The sign to the left has a few footprints, a couple days old, and you see what resemble almost like dog prints.
Okay. We don't know. I don't know any information that Vesper gave the rest of the party, right?
Nope.
Yeah, we said didn't. Yeah,
The,
didn't
What
sorry,
we
the
found
information
in the
about
car.
the information about the displacer beasts.
Yeah, what we talked
Oh,
about in
wait.
the car.
And
So
you
I
don't
guess
know about
Fleur
the-
kind of looks
Yeah,
at
no.
Vesper and Essie and Ian and goes, do displacer beasts leave, like based on what we were talking about in the car, do they leave footprints?
Mrs. Byrne said, oh, maybe it was not Mrs. Byrne.
Yeah, no,
Never
Mrs.
mind.
Nate Byrne said that where there are displacer beasts, there are usually blink dogs. So I expect this is probably the right way. Also, there is a portal down the left path, according to her.
And did she say anything about the right path?
No.
I'm getting vibes that the right path is not the move.
Sometimes you have to take the path less traveled, but in this case, yeah, let's go left.
Okay, score.
So you're all going left. Would you like to do any perception checks, the rest of the party? Any insight?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a perception check.
Can I do an animal handling to see if I recognize the animal prints? You said dogs.
Yeah,
But-
13.
Do like blink dogs and normal dogs have same footprints?
You can roll an
Same
animal handling check.
Yes.
But to know that particular piece of information, that would be an arcana check.
Oh goodness gracious.
8 perception.
8 perception, 9 from Rosalie, 15
God, I thought
from
13 was bad.
Vesper.
Is there anything I would know from Rowan?
You know
I know.
that the woods can be deceptive. That paths can lead in circles, that it is easy to become lost, that sometimes the route less traveled is the correct route, but you also think that Ian might be right about this particular turn. Ian, you don't know anything about blink dogs in terms of like regular knowledge that you'd have, but they are named dogs, and you recognize these as dog footprints.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. Rosalie, you rolled a 9. You, as you step into the Sea of Trees, there's something about this place, and Essie, you feel this too, that's different. It's different from the feeling in the parking lot. There's something in it that sort of draws you to its trees and towards the sound of running water, which you can hear down the path to the left. It's like there's like a string on your souls that's pulling you.
I know Ian's leading, but I'm a little concerned if we need to surround the humans as we walk.
I think that might be a good call.
Surround us, like protect us. I
Yeah,
think if it makes you more comfortable, by all means. But at some point,
Just means if I have to hit something, you got to get out of my way.
also that.
Don't worry. Rosalie,
yeah.
do you feel a kind of pull?
Do you
what?
hear running water?
Are you too good?
Ian, you pause for a moment and you can hear the sound of running water too.
Oh. Ian kind of squints a little bit for no reason, just like trying to listen a little bit more. And he's like, I hear running water.
Are you good?
Yes,
Vesper, do you hear it?
Vesper, you do
expect-
not.
No, I don't. But I'm also. This isn't my specialty, Ian.
true.
You know, I guess it just makes sense. Maybe you should just keep leading in. It feels right anyways.
No, but
Are
I
you
think if you have any feelings, you're elves. You're probably more connected to the forest than I am. So you should definitely speak up.
I think it's maybe a good idea if we check it out.
Then let's go left.
All right,
But
It's not the way the paw prints, anyways.
Yeah.
Might be.
you all travel down the left path. About half a mile, the trees sort of open up. I need to switch to this page as well. The trees open up and you see a river. Can I get a quick perception check DC 10 from all of you?
Yeah.
Because we're
Rosalie, I'm going to give it to you because you rolled the fastest to get that 10. You glance
wow.
down at your feet and see a spatter of blood.
Oh. Hey
And
guys.
more of these paw prints.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Rosalie's just gonna point at her feet.
Oh, good. Sick.
Can I do either a nature check or an animal handling check to see if I recognize if it's fresh blood or not?
Medicine.
I rolled a 21. Do I see anything more?
There's blood on the ground.
Okay,
the
so that's
the
all we
path
see.
appears to split ahead of you.
Is it a normal river or is it glowing?
It's just a regular river.
Okay, cool.
The path appears to split ahead of you. To the right is a faded, old, disused path. To the left is another worn footpath.
I'm seeing in this drawing some interesting tricks.
That's metagaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also there are paw prints on either side of the path.
Okay.
They go in both directions. I couldn't orient the paws to, first of all, they should be down here because they're supposed to be on top of the blood. But it just did not work that way because every
Does
time
the
I
blood
put it,
lead down any pathway?
Fine.
it sort of is at this fork.
So it's right at the fork.
Mhm.
Damn. Where are my Witcher senses or
Can
sensors
we
when I
check?
need them?
Can I check for like human prints versus these supposed dog prints?
Yeah.
On both of the paths. Okay. Nature again.
Having no like thoughts or evidence, like Vesper just immediately thinks like, so that's probably O'Shaughnessy's.
Hey, Ian,
Yeah.
do you think Aspen has a really good sense of smell?
Ooh,
I
many
mean,
thoughts.
He's a dog. Yeah.
Do you think he'll be able to track this blood smell? I don't know if it's someone who needs our help or something else, but
Can I do a perception check for Aspen to?
So you've rolled a couple of checks here that you haven't followed up on, so we're going to start with those. Medicine, you can't tell what this blood is from.
Yeah, I figured.
Nature, you got a +3. What were you investigating with the nature check?
To see footprints on either path.
There are prints in both directions.
both the dog prints and human prints?
Yes, but the human
Okay.
prints on the right, there's like maybe one set, and they turn around at the river.
Okay.
Are there
Um,
drag marks anywhere?
No.
Upon seeing the blood, I'd like to use the inspiring leader feat that I have. And everybody's gonna gain 8 temporary hit points.
Oh, hell yeah.
Do you have to give like an inspiring speech, or are you just inspiring them with
Well,
your
it's
presence?
supposed to be a 10-minute long speech.
So as you guys do this,
You could give it as
We
we're
just
walking.
go, like a general topic of like, I'll say Essie just is like, you guys have really become my best friends, in a way, and starts to get like real emotional and stuff. Not quite inspiring, but more like she sees this and the gravity of the situation starts to dawn on her.
Right.
Like there is a real chance that we're in danger, and she starts to like feel that worry for the first time of like, I don't want to lose these people.
Oh my god.
Um,
Character development.
so, Essie is just talking. It starts off very sweet, but there's it like at a certain point it hits like 5 minutes of the same thing over and over
Yeah.
again, and you all kind of just like tune them out as she like goes on this rant.
Monologuing.
Yeah. Ian, let's have an animal handling check to see if Rosalie's idea is feasible.
Looks like it might be.
Oh my god.
You lean down and kind of kneel near the blood as after Rosalie suggests this, and you pull out like a loose scrap of fabric that you've been using as a tissue because Kleenex is bad for the environment. That's Kleenex with a C. There's no copyright violation here.
Right.
You take some of the blood and put it, kind of dab the blood with the handkerchief, and hold it beneath Aspen's nose. You've only done scent training a little bit. It was sort of a Aspen keeps destroying shit in the house and I need to keep him occupied activity that your father had actually suggested after sort of seeing the military applications of tracker dogs. You have worked on this with things like cheese, his favorite toys, one of Fleur's bras as a fun and interesting prank, but you've never done it with people. However, you hold the blood beneath his nose, and Aspen takes a few deep sniffs. He wags his tail and sort of begins to snuffle around. At first, it's a little unclear where he's going. He's kind of going back and forth. He's sweeping back and forth. At one point, you see him like eat a mushroom of indiscriminate species,
Aspen, no!
and you have to yank it out of his mouth. However, at some point, one of his paws goes up, and he points with his nose to the river.
I'm gonna walk over to Aspen. Good boy, Aspen. And then he kind of like tells him to sit and just kind of looks. Is there anything in particular that Aspen seems to be fixated on, or he's just kind of pointing in that direction?
You tell Aspen to sit, and he sits for a moment looking up at you. You look down at him, and then he looks to the river, stands up, and steps into the water.
Okay.
I take it that means we gotta go across this river, huh?
I mean, I trust Aspen with my life, so let's go.
Ditto.
Although I understand that the rest of you don't.
Is this a fast moving river?
It's a river.
Is
Yeah,
there
but there's
a-
like lazy rivers and then like fast moving rivers.
It's not particularly fast moving. It doesn't look particularly deep here either. There are some rocks that cross it almost in like a bridge sort of pattern. It looks like someone's gone to the trouble of arranging like larger, flatter rocks to be available as stepping stones.
Is it okay?
You could wade,
it-
you could take the stepping stones.
But
Can
like
I roll
wading
athletics?
wise, is it deep enough for Vesper?
I'd take the stepping stones.
You're gonna take the stepping stones? Okay, perfect.
I don't need a
stepping
check
stones,
to
too.
get over these, by the way. You can just...
Fleur is just gonna also take the stepping stones because she doesn't want to get her pants wet.
Aspen trundles through the water super happily. His like thick fur is sopping wet as he gets out and gives himself the heartiest shake imaginable right in between Fleur and Essie.
Thank you, Aspen. Thank you.
Ian is like crying,
And she scratches his head.
crying,
No.
laughing, and then
I'm
he
gonna
just
cast prestidigitation to
got it.
clean me and Fleur.
Thank you.
Aspen stops at the foot of what appears to be a rickety old ladder propped up against the cliffside overlooking this river.
I assume we gotta go up
Woof,
there.
woof,
Oh, Aspen needs help.
woof,
he's just like
woof.
Aspen,
hands
he's so
on
big.
hips. And he's like, I'm gonna have to carry this dog on my back.
You want me to push him? And want me to carry him on? It makes more sense for me to carry him.
I think
You
Fleur's
are-
stronger.
Yeah, she is stronger. I hate to say it, but yeah.
Fleur kind of squats down and is like, all right, put him on my back.
Wait. Before we do that though, I feel like we should maybe make sure this ladder has any use left in it.
Right.
Can Ian go inspect the ladder and see how rickety it really is?
You can. This is going to be a flat int check.
How steep is it?
It's a ladder.
Oh, okay. That's true. That's a fair. I mean, like, is it like that or is it like
Oh,
that?
I rolled intimidation. Ignore that.
Dead.
They're both I words, and that's an indication of that intelligence.
Yes. 10.
I'm also gonna roll in.
It looks
That's better.
okay.
I shall also.
I rolled an 18.
Okay, Fleur, you're not super familiar with ladders. It looks fine, a little rickety. You think maybe people should go up one at a time?
Mhm.
Okay.
You're gonna try to carry Aspen up. Can I have an intelligence-based roll of your choice, Vesper, as
Yes.
Fleur comes up with this idea?
Happily.
Technically, it was Ian's idea. And I just said it makes more sense for me. to do it
Fleur's
with rolls.
idea to have her be the one to carry
Yeah,
the
that's
dog.
true. That was my.
24.
Aspen's
Oh.
body length
Mm-hmm.
is
Oh my god.
Exceeds
nose
others.
to butt about 5 feet long.
Mhm.
Fleur is 5 feet tall. There is no way
Right.
she could fireman carry this dog, who will likely be protesting, over
Right.
her shoulders horizontally, and to carry him vertically would not
Is-
work.
Yeah.
No.
Does Vesper say that to Fleur?
I do. I go I go up to Fleur and I just say, Fleur, how tall are you? How long is
Right.
Aspen?
That's a really good point, Vesper.
Maybe the
I
tall...
do this sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah. You know what, Ian?
Yeah.
Handle Aspen.
I just don't think I can carry him. Are
What
there
if
any other
what if I
ways?
came like what if I was behind you and I tried to
Fleur
help?
can give you the help action by standing.
I'm gonna
in.
give you the help action.
Okay. Then I am going to bend
athletics.
down and
Oh, I'm so
try to
sorry.
carry-
This is gonna be a strength saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want, Essie? How can I help you, babe?
Essie is kind of gonna look at Ian and say, "Okay, no offense, but I think I might be a little bit stronger than you."
Whoa! That's offensive, actually. Like
I didn't mean it. It's just I'm. We're kind of the same height, and I feel like I look a little.
I'm taller than you,
Stronger.
absolutely. First
He
of all,
does work out a lot.
I'm 6'2".
Yeah, but Ian, you and I both know you don't lift.
But he's also my dog.
Yeah, but with peace and love, do you want Aspen to fall?
I also don't know that Aspen will trust Essie. If you can convince Aspen to just be on your back right now, then you can carry him up.
Essie,
I don't think
are you a high elf?
I am.
Let's have you
Not a
roll
low.
animal handling. You're not going to have advantage. You're not going to have disadvantage.
13.
You can use your charisma modifier because you are trying to impress this dog.
Oh.
After you roll, can
15.
we see you act this out? How you're convincing Aspen?
So, Aspen looks up at you. How do you convince this dog to let you pick it up?
Is a little trick I learned on Off-White Physiology.
Lots of dogs in hospitals.
Acting with eyes.
Oh,
I can
dear God.
convey what I mean just by looking at
Uh-huh. I can't even do that, and I've had him like most of my life.
He's really dumb.
The dog
So dumb.
stands, walks to you,
I'm having this whole mental conversation with Aspen.
doesn't break eye contact as he turns horizontal and freezes in place as if to allow you to pick him up perfectly.
Looks like it worked.
You are kidding me. It has been like 13 years, not 13 years, like 8 years with this dog. And he does not, he listens to me sometimes, for the record. I do
Listen,
train him.
I connect with the audience. What can I say?
Maybe it's because you're
audience based.
weak. With peace and love.
Let's have you roll an athletics check. No, a strength check to pick up this dog.
I'm going to use the help action on Essie. So you get advantage.
Okay. Should I do it with D&D Beyond?
Yeah, let's see it on D&D Beyond. You were
Yeah,
rolling with
okay.
advantage.
Oh my god.
Sweet Jesus.
I've been rolling so poorly today.
Yes!
Yeah.
Ah, yes!
You squat down and lift this dog over your shoulders, fireman style. As you do, you feel his nose kind of nose itself into your back pocket and pull out a piece of bacon that Rosalie's mom shoved in your pocket this morning when she gave you a hug goodbye.
Ian's gonna like point immediately and be like, "That's absolutely cheating. Absolutely cheating."
I'll admit
For
I'm
the
with Ian
record.
on this one.
You kind of get yourself positioned with the ladder. Aspen gives you a kiss on the elbow.
Oh.
And let's get an athletics check to get up this ladder. You will be rolling with disadvantage because you have a dog on you unless someone wants to help you.
Can I help with this too?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna help with this as well.
Athletics.
Can Ian go ahead and try to help that way from the top of the ladder?
You're only going to get advantage once.
So it's a straight athletics?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Essie goes up first
Just like
with Aspen over her shoulders and gets to the top of the ladder. When you get to the
I'm
top
sorry,
of the ladder,
Ian. I'm technically stronger than you.
Essie, you get to the top of the ladder and Aspen wriggles free of your grasp and takes off, sprinting down the trail to the underside of a tree where you can't quite make out his form through the foliage, and you hear a dog yelp in pain.
I run. I'm just gonna scream out, Aspen took off, and run.
Fleur's already heading up the ladder.
The rest of you need to roll athletics checks.
Okay.
And while you climb up the ladder, Essie. Rosalie! Okay, so Rosalie goes up immediately after Essie. The rest of you were kind of concerned about Rosalie and Vesper getting up there, so you sort of let them go first.
Yeah.
Rosalie was halfway up the ladder when Essie cried out. Rosalie, you get to the top, and you see Essie scrambling after Aspen into a thicket of tree. Vesper, you get to the top with a little bit of help. You kind of, one of your feet slip. The rungs are not correctly proportioned to your body size, so you kind of have to haul yourself up. Fleur,
body strength.
Two arms, 2 feet. 2 arms, 2 feet.
get up without much difficulty. You do tear the bottom of your flare jeans as you go up. Ian, you scramble up last and desperately search for your dog. However, we're going to start with Rosalie and Essie. I'm going to transition you guys. This is Yeah, this is it. You get to the top. In this thicket, let me get myself on the correct page as well. Essie, you stumble through the thicket and you find a dog. It has incredibly short fur, long pointed ears, sort of like a jackal's, a harsh face that almost resembles like some kind of hound, long, graceful legs for running, and it is spattered in blood. There's a large, deep bite mark in its flesh. Aspen, it has its teeth sunk into Aspen's leg. And Aspen sort of whines at you as you approach.
So it has a bite mark in it, and it's biting Aspen.
It has a bite mark much larger than Aspen's mouth. It's surrounded by blood, and you can kind of recognize this as the blood that you saw earlier. As you approach, it yelps in fear and lets go of Aspen, who doesn't leave.
Oh, we could befriend this
Sort
one.
of sniffs the dog.
I want to speak in Elvish to it.
You're gonna speak in Elvish, okay?
Specifically, yes, Elvish. If it, I'm hoping it understands because Elvish is derivative of Sylvan.
All right, let's go for it. Let's have you roll a flat charisma check.
Baby. Oh wait, I'll do it on here so you can see it in the thing.
Do you want to reduce Aspen's health?
I do.
22.
Let me roll a quick damage for Aspen. Right. Aspen takes 4 damage. So you, what do you say to this creature?
We're not here to hurt you. Who bit you? Are you okay?
Can I roll a medicine check
Yes.
on the dog?
Rosalie, so you approach and you see through the thicket Aspen sort of sniffing at this injured animal, and you can hear Essie speaking to it in Elvish. Okay, +7. This creature has been severely wounded. It is dying. It appears that the cause of its injury is a significant bite to its back that presumably punctured quite a bit of important things and has broken its rib cage. You do think that it could be healed with magic.
Can I do spare the dying touch to it?
Yes.
My cantrip?
Spare the dying, that's what, 1 HP or something?
Yeah, it just becomes stable.
Okay. Yes, you can. So this creature is no longer dying, but it is going to lose consciousness very soon.
Would Vesper have read anywhere about the history of what has historically been used to fight displacer beasts?
You would have. So the rest of you reach the top of the ladder. Vesper,
Yeah.
you can see your friends in the thicket. The rest of you can see that your friends are sort of gathered around this foliage.
I head over.
Okay, Vesper, you remember from your reading that you've done earlier that blink dogs are traditionally used by Eladrin, but also Fae creatures in general as the first line of defense against displacer beasts. They're used to hunt them, but also to protect like homes from them. And they make marvelously loyal companions.
I think I just call out the like stay sharp. I expect the displacer did this. I expect it must not be too far. So just everyone be aware of your surroundings.
Can we heal it? To help? It could probably help, right?
Rosalie?
They're very loyal, yes, but it looks really bad.
I'm gonna look over at the blink dog again. And Rosalie's scared of dogs.
Can Ian check on his own dog?
Yeah.
Roll a medicine check.
Okay. He does not care about this dog right now. Come on. 11.
Aspen has a bite wound in his leg. It doesn't seem particularly deep. It's broken the skin, but you've definitely seen him with worse. He doesn't seem phased by it at all. In fact, he has sort of taken a protective stance over this dog and is licking its wounds.
I'll look over at Aspen licking its wounds, and I will cast first level Cure Wounds on this blink dog.
All right, you cast it.
Fleur has also pulled out her great axe after what Vesper said. I just want everyone to know that.
Can you roll for healing? Oh, 6 healing. All right. It's up to 6 HP. Go.
Beautiful.
That one though.
Essie is going to continue speaking to the blink dog in Elvish, just like any soothing words, maybe like a lullaby in Elvish that she knows or something.
Ooh, roll a performance check.
Okay.
Ian's gonna try to recall.
I know the
Aspen.
lullaby. Can I join? Can I help?
Yeah, you can.
Oh my god, a 10!
You can roll with advantage because
Essie! Terrible performances.
Vesper's helping.
I can help you, or I can also roll.
That's better.
16.
So the two of you start to sing this song, and Essie, you don't speak Sylvan, but this is a song in Sylvan that you know. I believe Rosalie speaks Sylvan?
Yes.
You recognize this song as well. Your mother used to sing it to you when you were a baby. It is a song about coming home safe to a land without sunset, where the trees are tall, the grass is wild, and you are truly free. It reminds you of your mom, and Vesper, obviously, it reminds you of your parents, and Essie, it reminds you of your mother too, just not often, but in the few moments that she's shown you genuine affection. Maybe an amount of times you can count on one hand, but it reminds you of her too, and this dog falls asleep.
Oh.
Aspen leans down and licks its wounds once more before returning to Ian. Ian, you hear this song. And something in you understands it. It's a song about the Feywild, about going home to a place that has been forgotten by so many.
Essie, that's a really pretty song.
You know what they're saying?
Well, it's about going home.
I'm more curious about
You're right, Ian. It's a lullaby.
Never heard it. Our mom didn't sing anything like that growing up.
She mostly sang just the human stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Wait.
You know Sylvan?
No, he doesn't.
Is that what you were just singing in? I thought it was Elvish. I speak Elvish.
Ian, before you heard the water too, right?
Yeah. It was a river, yeah.
Rosalie's gonna look at
Fleur and
Essie.
I didn't.
Yeah, Essie looks at Rosalie too, and there's kind of a knowing glance there.
They make elven eye contact.
Elven. What was it? Eye contact in Elvish.
In Elvish,
parentheses, in Elvish, closed captioning. Stares in Elvish.
Oh gosh. Fleur holding her great axe kind of goes, all right, well that's weird. So was that look. But I don't really think how about we handle this displacer beast, the plural, and then we'll talk about Ian magically knowing Sylvan?
As you say that, you hear in the distance, further down the trail, the sound of more dogs yelping in pain and something growling. You hear this. The dog that Aspen has stepped away from tries to stand up and makes a yelping noise of pain and lies back down and to rest. And Aspen's ears perk up. Ian, you look down at your dog, and your dog vanishes.
Just vanishes? from sight,
vanishes.
completely.
Did
vanished.
Aspen just become a blink dog?
Whoa. Back up.
Is that possible? Is there a portal here? So, Ian.
They said, Mrs. Burns said they weren't able to reopen it themselves, but it wasn't supposed to be here, it seems. So there's nothing so far to suggest it couldn't spontaneously reform.
Reopen,
You
yeah.
hear more yelping, and Ian, a familiar howl joins in with the sounds of the dogs further down the trail.
And you said it's just down the trail?
Mhm.
We should go.
Ian's gonna call
Yeah.
to Aspen and head in that direction.
Essie's gonna take the oversized Eylas sweatshirt and kind of make it into like a baby thing for the blink dog, and then like get up and go.
You're taking the blink dog with you.
Yes, I am taking the blink dog.
Smaller?
This is my baby.
The blink dogs are a medium creature. They're medium fey. I think
I will
that's
help Essie
really
swing it on their
cute.
back.
What are you gonna say, Rosalie?
I was like, do you think Essie will need help carrying it?
Well, what if you just
I'm the-
covered it with the
besides
jacket
Fleur,
and
I'm
hid
the
it
strong-
somewhere
Yeah,
to recover?
Essie, let's get a DC 10 strength check.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm
Because
cool with
these
that.
are about the size of like medium-sized dogs, so it's gonna be about 50 to 60 pounds.
Okay, an 11.
So you tie this sling with this dog on, and it like cuddles against your chest and lets out a little whine. And as you lean down to sort of adjust it, it licks you.
Oh, cute.
For
on your
a fleeting
face.
moment, as Essie is like lifting up this dog and like feels like her muscles start to work, she has this thought of like, maybe I shouldn't do this. I want to be small. I want to be pretty. And then the second that the
Oh.
dog licks her, she's just like, I don't give a shit.
That's
She's
adorable.
like, I'm glad I am strong enough to carry this pup. Character development.
I want Ian to be supportive, but his own dog is very far
I
away,
know.
so
Yeah.
he cannot support you right now.
You
It's okay.
With Ian heading over.
run down the path and
they're
enter into a part of the forest where the trees are thick. It is dark here because the foliage is so heavy. Before you are two glowing pools upon which grow ethereal lily pads with these beautiful pink flowers. In front of you, you see 3 blink dogs facing down 2 gigantic panthers, huge. Aspen is among them, snarling, baring his teeth. I need all of you to roll initiative.
Remember, you have 8 temporary hit points.
You
Yes,
do.
Thank you.
And we will pick up next week. Be sure to drop your initiative in the player chat so that I can add it to the initiative for next week. And Ian,
Yes.
I need you to add under your dear sweet Aspen's abilities. Once per day, Aspen can cast Dimension Door and take with him a creature of medium size or smaller. However, until you unlock the exceptional training ability of the Ranger level ups, if the creature is anyone but you, they will have to roll a d6. On a 1 or a 2, the spell fails and cannot be used until the next long rest.
My God.
That's sick.
All right, we will be back next week for some combat, some surprises, some newly acquired pets, and
Potentially Essie going on a catfish moment.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
we got a lot to get through next session. So thank you so much for joining us, and to my lovely players, thank you so much for putting up with my nonsense. We'll see you all next
You're
week.
the best.
Thank you for being the best
We
DM
love you, Jenny.
ever.
Bye, everyone.
Next time on Tabletop Tavern.
Let's you
A tiny black kitten with long, thin tentacles emerging from its back
I had a feeling about this.
And large.
Is adopted.
I
Like,
think
do you
it's
guys
time.
know?
Vesper, good point. Fleur looks at Ian and she goes, "It's time, don't you think?"
My mom thought that you were gonna be a murderer who was coming to kill me, so she's the one who suggested that we meet at the diner, but I'm so glad you're real and you haven't murdered me yet!
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Tabletop Tavern. Don't forget, if you would like to watch the show live with our audience on Monday nights, you should follow us on Twitch, as well as our other social medias, which you can find in the description box down below. Tabletop Tavern is also available on podcast platforms, so if you would rather listen to an episode during your commute or while you're cleaning, you can find the links to that in the description box as well. We hope you have a wonderful week, and go Griffins!